Welcome to Audacity's interface. The very first thing you want to check is your mic. Here you can see which mic you have selected in Audacity. Or, if you would prefer, you can select a different mic from the drop-down menu. Next, you want to make sure you're recording in mono. The reason why is because you can sound like this during playback if you did not record in the center of your mic. And as you can see, it doesn't sound good. When you record in mono, you will not have this issue. The reason why is because recording in mono forces the audio to be captured at the same levels instead of differently on two separate channels. Next, you want to make sure you have the right speakers selected. This has a drop-down just like the mic setting did. Select the right one for your setup. Next, you want to make sure that your audio is actually going to record. There are two different ways to do this. You can either select the microphone and select Start Monitoring, or you can click the graph next to the microphone that says Click to Start Monitoring. You can see my mic is being monitored now based on the spikes on the graph. When this feature is turned off, there will be no spikes, but as soon as you turn it back on, there will be spikes again. You do not have to have it being monitored in order to record, however. This is just to make sure that it is actually picking up the right mic. And now that everything is set up, we are ready to make our first audio recording. I will also show you how to edit in the best way that I have found possible for the highest quality of recording. It's a method I discovered when learning about how audiobook narrators record their audio and get it ready to pass the ACX standards to become audiobook material. First, I need to record something to edit. I'm going to hit the record button to start recording. Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Rumor. As you can see, I let it record a little bit before I started talking, and a bit afterward. This will be important later. Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Rumor. As you can hear during playback, it's really quiet. We can fix this. There are many different methods you can use, but I'm going to show you two and explain why I think one is better than the other. Since I'm going to show you two different methods, I want to select everything and duplicate it. In order to do that, I just click here. Then go to Edit and Duplicate. Now you can see I have two of the same track. I'm going to rename them so I don't get them confused. To do that, you just select where it says audio track and name. I'm going to name this one Root Edit and the other one General because it is what I see suggested the most when it comes to editing in Audacity. The first thing I have to do is deselect both of these, so I'm going to just click down here. Next, I'm going to reselect General Edit because it's the one that I'm going to do first. Remember that empty space at the beginning of the recording? Now I'm going to select all of that. I'm going to use it as my noise profile. So that means I have to go up to Effect and Noise Reduction. What this will do is get a sample of my background noise so that I can remove it. Now I click Get Noise Profile. It doesn't look like it did anything, but if you select the audio file, or in this case both audio files, and go back to Effect, Noise Reduction. This time you're going to make sure that it says Noise Reduction Decibels, 12. The reason I say 12 is because if you go over 12, there's a good chance you might sound like a robot. And while robots are cool, we don't want that. Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Rumor. You might not notice much difference at this point, but that's okay. The effect still worked. Now, because I'm going to edit these differently, I want to deselect the bottom one and just select the top one. At this point, they generally tell you to normalize, so I'm going to do that. It's also found under Effects. Since I never use this feature, it's on default, and that's usually best practice when it comes to Audacity, is leaving it as default, so click OK. Now you can finally see something has happened to this audio file. And to just hear it and its changes, I'm going to go ahead and mute this bottom layer by selecting Mute on its menu, under where we changed title earlier. Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Rumor. On playback, you can hear that it sounds way better than the first time, but let's go ahead and work on the next track. So I'm just going to reverse which one is muted. Now that I have all of this track selected, I'm going to do a new type of normalize. It's called RMS Normalize, and I'll leave the link below for you to go download it. According to the author of the plugin is similar to Audacity's Normalize effect, except that rather than amplifying to a specified peak level, it amplifies to a specified RMS level. RMS is the abbreviation for root mean square, and it's kind of an average sound level. Here you can see it's set to -19, and that's what works for me. It's a setting the developer has suggested as a baseline. The reason why I like this and why people who do audiobook recording like this tool is because you can specify what your peak is, rather than using the Normalize tool that Audacity has built in, which can actually make your audio clip if you yell during recording. While on the subject, this is what peaking looks like. It's displayed as yellow or orange in the soundbar. You can see it when I play this back. Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Rumor. Now this looks bad because it's clipping, but the sound waves are about the same all the way across, which means a higher integrity of recording. We can fix this. I go into Effect and add a high pass filter. Again, I leave this on default. This also helps reduce background noise for me. It basically cuts off lower frequencies. Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Rumor. Now you can see we're still clipping a little bit, but we can limit how higher frequencies can go. Luckily, Audacity has included a limiter as part of its plugins, so we can just select it. I'm almost positive these are the standard settings, but you can check them out real quick. I leave this on soft limit because it progressively reduces the gain as the amplitude of the waveform approaches the limit to the threshold and prevents the waveform from exceeding that level. If it sounds like I read that off the website, that's because I did. Basically, it just means that it brings the peaks down without really messing with the loudness of the RMS that we affected earlier. It's like the expression says to wrap it all up nicely and put a bow on it. Let's give it a listen. Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Rumor. As you can see, it doesn't sound too bad. There's no high peaks, there's no really low lows, it all just kind of flows. And it all stays about the same level all the way across, which you can see with the waveforms. Now let's check the other one. Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Rumor. Also, not bad, but let's put them side by side and really get a listen. We can do this really easily by using this little time shift tool. It allows you to easily slide things around and change what place they're in. I'm also going to switch back to the selection tool and cut down bits of the recording so they play one right after the other. I did speed this part of the video up because it took me a minute to edit it. I don't generally do this with my audio. Now let's compare the two. Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Rumor. Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Rumor. While to the untrained ear there might not sound like much of a difference, there is. Check out this little peak right here especially. Remember where we looked to see if it was clipping earlier? Let's look there again. Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Rumor. Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Rumor. On the first clip you can see it definitely going into the orange, whereas the second clip stays in the green. This is because, unlike the first recording, the second recording is all tight and condensed. However, the first wave is kind of all over the place. Remember that ACX check I mentioned earlier? Let's see which one of these would actually pass the audio standards. The ACX check confirms that the first audio file peaked or clipped, which means it's no good. So even though this is a pretty good recording and passes everything else, it could still be better. Now let's check the second clip. Remember, this is the method I generally use to edit my audio. As you can see, this one passes all of the requirements. And that is why, even though it takes a few more steps, you get better audio quality. And who doesn't want that? Thanks for watching, and I hope you found this useful.